It's like because we don't have any corporates really behind us, when you're doing something for the community, it's really hard to get sponsors, especially during this climate. But my main job is to go out there, source sponsorship for the people that we're doing here. It's basically to source synergy between us and the corporates, or maybe even government, with something that we're trying to do. So we look for stuff that's trying to uplift the community, especially in locations, previously disadvantaged. Amateur football is what we basically are in, amateur netball, and all through other sporting codes. So it's all of that, and trying to get them to sponsor that.
So you mentioned that...
That's a very good question, and thank you for that. I think basically the sponsors that we have on board with us now, we've had Coca-Cola for more than 3 years. They're with us for another 2 years, and we really appreciate their sponsorship. They're a company that's really involved with like Tembisa as a whole, as like a location, and they are really giving back to it. They come and they get involved with cleaning up and uplifting the community. Another sponsor that you'll see with us on here is that we've got Tembisa Plaza that is with us. They got involved, or they got really affected by the xenophobic attacks that really happened like in the past year. They also got involved with the Afrophobic attacks that got involved here. So not only do they want to be giving back to the community, but they want to like be a company that's seen as like giving effective change to the political climate in the country. We found a lot of synergy with what we're trying to do already. It wasn't a concept that we brought up together, but it was a concept that we had as like individual companies or individual entities rather, and we kind of like married each other there. So yeah. I mean, look, it doesn't really matter if you're black, white, Indian or colored. Phillies Games has always been seen as a tournament. Let me say a football tournament, because really we do want to get other like sporting codes in, hence we've got netball. But we involve everybody else here. We're not only for the people in Tembisa, we're from everywhere else. We've got teams that are coming from Polokwane, Durban, and every other like province in South Africa. So we are very diverse, we're very inclusive. So I think that Tembisa Plaza, they found out that like we are a place that they can find a home in. It doesn't matter if you're black, white or colored. If you're born in Africa, you're African. That's what Africa is for us. So I think that's why like a lot of people find a home here in South Africa. We are very advanced, but we should be like the front step or like the forward foot in saying we're bringing all this together. Yeah.
So
to be honest with you, it's like a challenge that we're facing in the country as a whole. It's basically funding. A lot of people have a lot of ideas, and we've got a lot of followers, but funding is the problem. If we get corporates to stand behind what we say and to stand behind what we've got, then I think that we'll probably get ahead in like getting the message across to a lot of people. Phillies Games, the football like runs itself basically now. We are live for like 28 years, it's 20th year now. But the social aspect and what we're trying to achieve is what we want like the companies to get like behind, even government to get behind. If we had like the proper funding, it takes money to do things. If we had that funding, there's a lot of change that could come about. We thank the people of Tembisa, the people of South Africa really, for coming across and supporting us, but we need funding for that. So I mean, the corporates, if they are listening, come out. Oh, look forward to a great tournament. Look forward to more excitement. Look forward to more people wanting to step ahead and do things for themselves. We've got a vendor program where the guys come out and they sell. I mean, do you know how awesome it is to hear in January somebody phone you and say, thank you for affording us the opportunity to be a vendor at the tournament. I can now buy my children school clothes. I can pay for school uniform, stuff like that. I mean, guys come out and they do what they do, but I mean, it's those small stories that we look forward to. You know, the small guy in the street that comes out to us and says, thank you, I can afford. Nobody's got money in January, but if you can afford something in Jan and you can come back and tell us, we really appreciate that. Thank you very much for your time.
Hi, my name is Cameron Matebula. I'm in charge of marketing and operations. CAMERONMATHEBULA. The reason why it was in the festive period, I don't think it was chosen. A bit on the history side of things. There was two sides of the township that were fighting. And these were sort of like peace games. Yeah, so basically what happened is the one section could not go into the other section. This is around 94. Yes, and the peace offering was that, okay, let's play a soccer game. Let's put maybe some stuff together and winner takes all. And that's exactly how it started. So it brought peace to these two sections. There was a lot of rape, there was a lot of killing, and so the owner, who is Fini Matebula, decided, you know what, look, we're all from Tembisa, let's share Tembisa. And Phillies Games was born. Look, from our end is sometimes you need to identify the problems. Hence One Love Africa with the xenophobic attacks. On the launch, I touched a bit on the 16 days of activism for the women and child abuse. So we are basically, what we want to do is use what we have, which is the football and the masses, which the people follow, and spread a message while we are busy doing community work and community development. But at the same time, we know that we are within the community, and that is something that we were obliged to do as a Tembisan as well. And if we're in this platform, what we need to then do is make sure that we relate these messages to the next person, and maybe the next person will understand that this is a way of life. The community building side of things is that we are trying to help them help themselves, you see. So that's where we stand really with the concept. It's sports, education, and through community development, basically. And if we work together, we believe we can achieve more than what we are doing right now. I believe that super sport needs to be part of these programs. Tembisa is part of South Africa. Super sport is in South Africa. We cannot, sometimes you find we want to pinpoint problems and we don't go down to the ground to face the problems. Phillies Games is a vehicle that faces problems. We're on the ground, we are with the people, and we are trying to share a message that the people can take home with them. So Super Sport obviously has a bigger communication base than us. So when they come on board with us, we can only spread our message further. Yeah, look, obviously, like I said to you, it starts with a message. And then with a message, obviously we will have things like initiatives that will now be pinpointed to xenophobic attacks. We now have Miss Phillies Games. And that obviously with women abuse, we will take that factor into that sector of the Phillies Games. So like I said, we identify it first, and then we also urge anyone around South Africa or all the world that feel that they've got maybe an idea or they feel like they can donate to the cause, to come forward and let's work together and let's see what we can do for our people.
Any last words people would like to say?
Last words, I'd really like to say thanks to the sponsors that have come on board. Next is that I would like to say come and enjoy the Phillies Games. Look, we are about love, community building, but we're also about fun. We take people off the streets, we bring them onto the soccer field. Let's get together, let's come and enjoy our festive seasons together. Thank you very much.
Good evening to the viewers. Much I cannot say, but I would like to say to you how the Phillies Games have started. They started in 1992, which we had a lot of function fights between the two political parties. And I decided with the crew of people that I had at that time to make peace between the two, which I'll never mention the parties. And we decided, what can we do? How can we put the two together? And we decided to make it through a soccer tournament, a soccer game, and that's where we are today. Throughout all these years, we started with 2 teams, and we got to 4 teams, 8 teams, 16 teams, you name it. But it was all about making peace between the factions that were happening in the township at that time. Look, I never expected what is happening today. I've learned so much throughout these games. I've met different characters, different people, and it turned me out to love my upcoming kids. Look, any kid that's on the street is my kid. Then I saw it growing, and I realized there is potential in changing the whole game. Today, Phillies Games is the biggest tournament in the country. We are number 1 in the country. I'm proud to say that. I'm not scared to say it. If you want to challenge me, you can come, we can talk. At that time, I was playing football, and it was something that came into my mind at that time. That what can we, then football clicked. And look, I don't regret that. Today I say God is great. Things have turned out to be, we have produced so many players through the Phillies Games today. We have superstars, we have international players, we have national team players that are today, I can point and say, this boy comes from the Phillies Games. I can name them. There are so many, I even forgot. Some of them, they are even reminding me. You remember when I was 12 years, I started with the Phillies Games. Look, that turns me on. It makes me push more and make a difference. Phillies Games is no longer me. These are the people's games. The communities, they've taken over. I'm just driving. They have taken over these games. It's theirs. What makes me happy is we can make a difference in these kids' lives. And together, me, you, and those, the corporate especially, they should come and see what's happening in the township. How much does this Phillies game change lives to other people? Which people come to me and tell me, I'm who I am today through these games. So I'm saying to you, if you keep on doing what you are doing, we can change lives of other people.
Okay, my name is Simpo Rangaka, a community member here in the ward. This is Ward 11, according to our boundaries. But I'm the chairperson of Ward 10, but here we are in Ward 11. Yes, and then, wow. Hey, Phillies Games Chief, as a person, individually, firstly, I was part of Phillies Games because I used to own a team called Colombia. Colombia was a team that used to take a matter of money with Phillies Games. Phillies Games is a tournament especially December, so baphume endleleni bayohlala emagroundini every time. I wish mina as a person or as a leader, with Phillies Games can be every month, because if Phillies Games make abantwana abancane or a community ibe peace. And I hope if Phillies Games can get more sponsorship, unlike the what they're getting now. They are not enough for me. As Colombia, when we are we used to get 100,000 rand. Then they grew up to the sponsorship they got 200,000 and everything. But the Colombia, not necessarily Colombia, if Phillies Games, I mean for me, it's even a call for the community. It's not about individual. The name Philly is just a name so that we call it. There's all the city Phillies Games. But this is something that is it pairs your community. It's an investment to the community. It's something that is huge to the community leadership. It's something that I'm proud of as a citizen of Tembisa and as a leader in Tembisa. With Phillies Games can be there and Phillies games can be given space, so to say. Ngicela ukuthi i-Phillies games ithola ama-sponsorship amaningi, Phillies games iqhubeke. Ngiyazicelela. Ngiyabonga. Okay, i-Phillies games ukusiza i-community. The only thing that I know with the Phillies games is a community ngakhona ukuthi they ngo-December every year ngo-December bayenza ukuthi sibe ne last year khona. And there are awards that people are winning that are not in papers or in media per se, but there are awards that people are winning. If Phillies games here, when I was in Colombia, we used to get 100,000 rand in jail. I think it's 200,000. These are achievements that are not in papers. These achievements that Phillies games are doing, and people among themselves as teams, when they win that award, they are going to donate to the communities. And Phillies games themselves now, ban sponsorship to donate to Google, eCall, and everything they did.
Okay, my name is Untitled. I'm a community member and I'm also a football coach, and I'm also involved with the Phillies games as a tournament. To have such tournament is very important because it's in the grassroots level. You see, it's hardly difficult for young people to expose themselves. And then when you have such programs, it makes it easier for boys to expose themselves, to be seen by scouts, by people that need talented football players. Now, this platform, as the Phillies games, it does do that. It makes it easier for even the local teams, to mention Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, to come and check if they can get boys from the local level in the townships. In terms of challenges, one of the main challenges, it's the operations of the LFAs. The LFAs are not operating professionally. The facilities in the township are not well equipped for one to develop a child from first level to the last level, for one to be a professional football players. And then the third thing, it's the coordination within the township itself. You've got coaches that don't cooperate. You've got coaches that just need children around so that they can make money. Now it makes it difficult for one to coordinate football as a country. Also, even SAFA find it difficult for them to do that. Now I believe, and then also with the Phillies games, as they handle it from the grassroots, you can see from the coordination that they do in terms of, getting the documents from the teams and the players that are going to participate. Age shooting is not one need to think of when it comes to Phillies games. It doesn't have a room. That's one of the challenges, age cheating. You will play players that are older than the youngs, now it becomes a problem. But now with the open team players, it becomes very much easier, if I could say, because you have the likes of, as I've said, Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs. They can come in and get players that can involve themselves in the MDC, the NFDs. Now, that's one of the challenges that one needs to consider. Age cheating is one of the challenges within the township. 2019, the Phillies games, it's fire. We've got new teams. None of the teams are out. We've got new 9 teams. Now it's going to be massive. We've got teams that are coming from different provinces. Now you'd expect fire. And then even the junior teams, we've got teams that are coming from Soweto, some are coming from Atteridgeville, it's going to be massive. The community of Tembisa and then the whole surroundings of Tembisa, and then even South Africa, because remember, you'll watch the games on Super Sports, especially the finals. They need to get ready so that they can see on the final day who they're going to watch. Let's hope, Amanda, they're going to have a challenge when it comes to the finals. Thank you so much.
I want Mr. Ntlantla to pray and open the night for us. Can we please give him a round of applause?
Oh, there's a technique that we must use when we hold the microphone. Is it okay? Kancane. It reminds me when I used to sing on Jemeli. Yeah, but those were a long time ago. Without waste of any time, can we just bow our heads? Father God, Holy Spirit, we thank you, God. We call upon your holy name, we call upon your power. Babona amandla, siyaqala babona amandla kube wena ongena kule ndawo. Siyabonga ngoba konke sokwenza ngegama lakho. Siyaqala sikwenze ngamandla ngoba wena wasilethe emhlabeni. Noma sizohamba later on, make sure that we get home as safe as we could. We thank you, Holy Spirit. We love you, God. We thank you again in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much. Guys, moving right along, I think we don't have time. Just a quick one. What I want to quickly just get into our heads is that as the Phillies Games, we've decided with our tournament to, because of what is happening in society these days, you know, we've got a lot of struggles. Hence, what you can see, our theme this year, 2019, is One Africa, One Love. It's important for us to always have these kind of messages and these kind of initiatives, to be quite honest, so that everybody kind of fixates with us and starts thinking in the right direction. We're having a dilemma with the ladies. We've got 16 days of activism. We will also be checking these type of initiatives. So anywhere that we touch, we will have these type of messages. So for this year, 2019, that is our slogan: One Africa, One Love. I'm trying to be as quick as possible. I think everybody is here for the draw. My name is Cameron Matebula. I'm about to hand it over to Mr. Begi Zondo to come and do what he does best. Let's give him a round of applause.
Eh? Yeah. Sanbonan? Sanbonan? Hey, for 2 hours, I'm fit. This guy is not aware of Zojienza Lento for 2 hours. Nani, you're not aware of Zojienza for 2 hours. I'm the only one who's aware of Zojienza for 2 hours. As usual. Nice. I sense into it to sense a straight. But this year, I promise you, we're going to do it differently. We'll just call names of the teams and then send the into Israel and then straight. Because once we all know that. So all what into and sends it raw. Pale. So that sizoqeda sekulate manje bafethu, but into engizocela ukuxolisa ngayo ukuthi this technology bafethu njalo ngathi seyasiphoxa yabona, but la ithembisa sinenhlanhla inhlanhla yenu ukuthi yonke into efanele iyenzakale namhlanje ila, so noma itechnology ingahamba sisase safe. Aningizwa ne, yonke into esizoyenza namhlanje ila. All right. Into engizocela ukuyenza manje ne, ngizointroduce ama team that are taking part kulonyaka and then we do the draw ne. But don't get frustrated. I'm going to explain every step. Nalabo sisi lava la emva kwami bathuke njengani, uyabona, because they don't understand into abazoyenza, uyabona. So but ningawari, ngiyambonga ubut feeling ngokusintroducela abo Miss Phillies Games, uyabona. So yibo masibutsana bethu laba abasizayo every year and even for this year. Uyabona skip into ezinjani ama benches. Right. Bafethu, iteam yokuqala not in any particular order, ne? Ningithole kahle. I-team nje siyibhalile kusuka phansi kuya phezulu, ne? Now, ubhuquke lolu engizocala ngalo. Yabona? Ubhuqu lolu. Then i-team esinayo, i-Shim Music, i-team kaShimza, it's got nothing to do ne-launch, but i-team i-registered. So kune Shim Music. G-String as usual, ikona. New School, ikona. Eagles, ikona. Boko Haram, ikona. Bayekane, bafana bamatenda, bakona. Umlilo, ukona. Mafikizolo, ikona. QS Amajita, akona. Panda Panda, ikona. Klipfontein FC, ikona kulonyaka. Aina confusion ye Klipfontein FC ne Klipfontein United. So this year, kune Klipfontein FC. Ambassadors, bakona bafana bancane. Imbizo, ikona nayo. Cheese, usishayela izandla. Kusase eli mngani wami, kusase eli, ungajahi. One Lion, ikona. Abarondoli, bakona. Isithembiso, sikhona. Black Poison, ikona. Now, guys, we all understand ukuthi masenza ubhuqu. Ebhuqwini kufanele kube nama team awu 16. And then bese kuba na our last year's best 8, which kufanele ukuthi siseed this year. Now, as usual, kukhona abashawe isikhathi nabangabanga nemali yoku-affiliate. Now, kuma club that we have seeded, awu 6. So, in terms of ukuthi sibe na 8, we are having 6 seeded. Now, lawa asidiwe, amandla, the champions, guys. I'm a PEE, the silver medalist, guys. Ndengeza FC, ayiko. Ndengeza FC, ayiko. Angithi beyisidiwe, ayiko ke, ne? So you shouldn't be worried. Sizo replace. Now, Tsibamtho, ikona na. Tsibamtho. Ama 10-10. Umboro ubuyile futhi. Isigodi FC. Asikho. Asikho isigodi FC. It's another place esekumele si replace nayo, angisho. Now, sinama Rebels akona, sine the Grindos zikhona. Ne? Now you are my teams akona for this year. Lawa ngwashilo, right? Guys, now what we are going to do, ne? Uguthi kufanele before senza i-draw. Sikale si tose for lawa ma team out 2. The 2 bets that we are having, go last 8. Sitole lawo ma team lawo, lawa manye asobhuqweni awu 18. Angisho. Kodwa ke ngicela uku-apologize for one thing. Ukuthi mabathenga lama cups lawa, uyabona the white cups ubhuqu ne awu 16. Ne? Bewa right because of ama teams awas awu 16. Now the blue ones, yiwo lawa ama teams azoba seediwe. But now awu 8 one, fanti sithole i2 kule. Now we cannot do that. Ukuthi sithole lawa awu 2 out of lawa ya because sina 16. If singafaka lawa blue awu 2, kuzoba obvious ukuthi imaphi. If singawafaka ngesandla angangeni in the same cups as this one, azobonakala ukuthi imaphi. So the option that we were left with, ukuthi siwakhiphe wonke from the cups, siwafake la abe 18. So it's 9 on my left, 9 on my right. Ne? Now what we're going to do, we're going to take 1 from the left and 1 from the right. And we're going to get 2 people from the floor, Bazela, and pick up 1 this side and pick up the other one on the other side. And then masiqeda ukuthola lawo ma team, sizowathatha siwafake la kulezi ezi-blue. Yabona azina next layers angisho. Lawa manye awu 6 nawa la. And then from there, bese sithatha wonke ke lama team lawa siwafake ecuphini eli-1, and then sithathe lawa wonke asele lawa u-16 siwabuyisele siwagoqe futhi siwafake kula makhapha amhlophe, and then siwa-draw. Is it complicated, guys? Is it fair? Ngiyazazi mina ngizazi ngenjalo vele. That's why ne computer ngasiworried mayingekho. Right. Guys, we're gonna start, ne? Right, but master to keep allowed, ne? We'll just wait for 5 minutes, 2 minutes here, uguti si roll lama paper lao, so we sell in the white cups, ne? Right, fair. Right. Can we get one guy from the floor as the atate one team from this side? Bathi bafuna umphoza. Mphoza, thatheli one lapha mfethu. Ngicela waqala wadrayise kancane. Wadrayise mphoza, ya. Ubheke mina wena. Celeli one ke. Noma ungakhiphe lakho, it's still fine. Usobhuqini nawe self. Right, is Thembiso FC? Well, guys, these guys are very lucky. They are coming in for the first time in Guma Phillies games, and they are now seeded. This team is coming in for the first time in Guma Phillies games, and they are seeded as a result. Right. Tata Lamganam. Black Poison. Black Poison is city when I after a long time in Kuma Phillies games for Mababuya Baba Nelaki Yoguti Bayokala after Gula 16. So Abangeni go first round. Ne? So now the teams that are seeded are as follows, guys. So the teams that are seeded for this year: Amanda, Ama PE, Black Poison, Ama 1010, Thembiso, Rebels, the Grindos. So those are the only 8 teams that are seeded. Ne? So all the other 16 says here put Gelezo. Ne? So now into Zoyenza, you are just going to give me 1 minute. Guys, sorry Bafet. Bafet. Sorry Mganam. Show me, brah. No stress. So ngicela just think guys 1 minute ne siwarole siwabuyisele la ma teams ne, and then lawa I2 sizowafaka la kule blue kule red le. Ngicela ungicocele wona siwafake la, and then masiceda siwajoina la, and then lawa wakhipha wathela la, and then lawa blue wafaka la sis wonke. Right. Let me give you a draw ukuthi hlala phansi mngana umuntu or ufuna ukwenza rotate. Right, Bafet, we're going to have 4 teams, Gulawa au 8. Right? We're going to draw them now, since the au 4 are at this side, and then au 4 on the other side. And then Masteta, she draw 8 teams, she draw 8 teams. Ne? And then from there, the winner goes and play with the 4 layer. Into situation, but it's going. Nice. We're going to start with these ones. We sit these ones first. Okay. Tabo, siyaqala manje ne. So what we are going to do ne, angithi niyabona sizokhipha awu 4 ngapha ne, ahlale ngapha kule streamless ne, which is stream A. Sikhiphe another 4 ihlale ngale ne. Sizoyikhipha ngokulandelana. Remember everything la kuma Phillies games. If your team iphuma kuqala in the implication leyo nto ne, and interpretation yakhona is that you have a 10 o'clock game on your first leg, and my Puma Quest 2 you have a 12 o'clock game on your first leg, 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock on your first game. Ne? And then on your second leg, what we do, we just turn things around. Bizo mamela wena ukaze wadlala la. So into eziningi awuzazi. It's important to go to mamela zobusihlupha la. Now, what we're going to do ne, ileyo nto leyo. So okokuqala sizokwenza, we're going to draw these teams as blue so that masiqeda ukwenza i-draw yalaba ya. Maba winner izobe seyibonakala ukuthi bayodlala nabo bani kulezi. Fair guys, ne? And remember, this draw enalama teams lawo iqala nge-20, ne? Iqala nge-20 le enalama teams lawa blue. Mase udlala nalabantu abama teams are blue, kusho ukuthi sekuyi 20 date. Right? Right, chap, you done nice. Right, we're starting with stream A, ne? Siswam, bega lento le phansi, udrayisela, keep it team A1. Right, this Tembiso, ne? Hey, let's Tembiso, zip easy, young. Zip easy, this busy. The busy before it, young. You must ni check, ne? Into zenu mazenzakala kalula kanje, ningaphumi kalula futhi. Tata nenye. And then the one less zoibeka is over number 2 kulama teams lawa are blue. Number 2, right? The defending champions, the 2 times winners of the Phillies games, which is 2018, 2017 winners. Guys, can we give them a round of applause, please? Team. Ama PE, bathanda ukulandelana amandla nama PE. It's very clear. Ama PE, these are our silver medalists for last year, guys. So lava ibo lava badlali final last. Right? The last one, go stream A, ne? The Grinders. Grinders, yes, Alexander Bafet, ne? Right, it's the last team Gulawa City when so lama teams that were 4 lawa swakipile. Make no mistake, adlala nge 20 lama teams, ne? Right. Yeah, keep A1 on the stream B now. Lawa adlala nge 21, ne? So whoever is going to play against these teams must have winile their first and second leg. Bazodlala na laba nge 21. Ama 10-10 is Gamporo. Right? Ama 10-10. Well, guys, you shouldn't be worried. You don't have to write these things. We'll send it out tomorrow. By tomorrow, we'll send it out to you, all of you. Right? The second one, Ezodala came young on 12 o'clock, 8:21. Rebels. Rebels. This Pumek Med Pools now, we are the Med Pools. Right? Sifuna, the third team, Ezodala 2 o'clock, 8:21. Black Poison. Black Poison. Black Poison is Odala 8:21, 2 o'clock. And then the last one. Right, Wamtsibamcho is the last team is Odala 8:21 or 4 o'clock. Right, guys, listen to this one. How are we going to do it? Ne? Is that Sesi Agulama teams lawa, ne? But sizodrawa a team asingeke sidrawe ne team ezodlala nayo. Sizobeka teams beka ama team awu4 ngapha, siphinde sibeka amanye ama team awu4 ngapha. And then best at the next round we are drawing lama teams lawa eswakhiphile a white and to play against a white team, and then the winner there would then play against the blue teams. Right? Still clear, ne? That's how it's done. So the first team eyodlala nge 10 o'clock game nge 16 Emma 7 Oputkwini. Right, take one, ma'am. Right, yeah, that's why I said nomsindo la kunama team amaningi vele. Imfuhlu le ngibiza imfuhlu ke mina. Panda zekhanda. Panda 10 o'clock nge 16. Well, this team changed its name. Le team bekuyidifateng le uyakhumbula lephuma ngespeed iyabuya futhi affiliate ngespeed idifateng futhi. Well, guys, you need to understand that 9 of the teams that were registered Phillies games last year did not come back this year. So we've got 9 new teams in 2019. Another team ezodlala ngo 12 o'clock ngay 16. Another team ezodlala Boko Haram. Boko Haram izodlala ngo 12 o'clock ngay 16. Boko Haram abantu mabaye emapicnicini iBoko Haram iyadlala. Bajwayele anyway ukudlala idate yabo vele le. Every year Boko Haram dlala ngay 16. And then the third team ezodlala ngay 16 ngo 2 o'clock. Ngelo keep this. She Music angazi bazokhona la. She Music 2 o'clock ngay 16. She Music 2 o'clock ngay 16. Right, the last team is odlala ngay 16. Is odlala last game. Bayekane 4 o'clock ngay 16. 4 o'clock ngay 16 MA7. 4 o'clock ngay 16 MA7. Right, sikadile on stream A. Now we're going to move to stream B. Sikipamanya matima u4. Yo. Abarondoli. Yeah. The second team is odlala ngay 17 or 12 o'clock MA7. Klipfontein United FC. Klipfontein FC. $10 o'clock. 12 o'clock, sorry. 12 o'clock, ngay 17, MA7. Right. The next one. Lay game yang 2 o'clock, ngay 17, MA7. One Lion. Guys, One Lion is the same team. Angazi seyichinche amagama kaingaki. This team. Ilebe is busy wrong 10. Yabuya yatama 1s and 2s. Manje, but it's the only Lion. The only Lion. Nai, One Lion. Iyodlala ekhaya futhi. Because it club yas the 2 o'clock kangisho. Buddy. Mfana. It's 4. 4 p.m. The last game, ngay 17. Cheese. Cheese. Bakaba wina cheese na ngomunye unyaka. Amara ipati yabo benga nama ice kuyafana. Right? Okancane sisichaze manje, yabona? Now we need to explain this thing. Right. Bafowethu siqedile ne? Kunama teams that are go stream A, which is 2 sets. The first set is the blue ones, and then the other set is the white one. Ne? Nangapha go stream B. Now what we are doing, we are actually doing the actual draw now. Ne? Now each team le esizoyikhipha la is going to be playing against the team. Yeah? Yeah, they're going to play against the Panda Panda. Ngay 16 or 10 o'clock. Ne? Right? Give you anything. Yeah, palelana. Right. Ngolung kipele one game. Yeah. Right, guys, this is the fixture yang is 16 now, ne? 10 o'clock. The actual fixture yang is 16. G-string against Panda Panda, 10 o'clock. G-string against Panda Panda, 10 o'clock. Ngay 16, MA7. Right? Let me get another one. Gang. This team is going to be playing against Boko Haram. 12 o'clock, ngay 17, ngay 16 rather, MA7. New school. New school, idlala ne Boko Haram. It's an easy game. Angazi monga winanga la. The next game, She Music, ngo 2, This team is going to be playing against Shim Music, Ngo2. This team is going to be playing against Shim Music, Ngo2. Ambassadors are playing on the 16th, Ngo2 o'clock, Emma 7. Ambassadors. Right, this team is going to be playing against Bayekane. Le Pumala is Odlala ne Bayekane go 4 o'clock. Umlilo udlala ne Bayekane 4 o'clock ngay 16, ne? Right. Okay guys, sorry kancane. Bafethu sacela explain na ke manje, ne? Right, i-draw yang 16 scenario, angisho. The second game would be Shim Music ne Ambassadors. The third game Abarondoli versus the New School, and the last and the final game kuzoba Panda Panda versus G-String. So that's the fixture yang 16 and 18. We are done there, ne? But whoever wins kulama teams lawa on that fixture masesenza i-aggregate score ngay 18 would be the winner between Panda Panda and G-String would be playing against Isitembiso. Ya seniyaqala nisangizwa manje. Seniyaqala nisangizwa ke manje. Ngiyaphinda futhi. I'm saying kini guys, ne, the winner between Panda Panda and G-String ngay 18 after aggregate, they're going to be playing against Isitembiso FC ngay 20 or 10 o'clock. Right? That's how it is, ne? Right? The winner between Boko Haram and New School would be playing against the defending champions on the 20th or 12 o'clock. Ne? Ngay 20. And the winner between Ambassadors and Shim Music would be playing against Ama PE, and the winner between Isitembiso and Umlilo Amapepa would be playing against the Grandiose. So we have a fixture already, young 21 set. Ne? So do we all understand each other, ne? Right. 20th, yes. Length to Ikuluma is the fixture young 28th. So we are so smart at Gupma Phillies games. We do one draw and then Ikaitara for the whole Lentuzana, ne? But the other thing is that Manje is Zoyenza. We're going to be moving to stream B. Now what we're going to do with stream B, we are going to fixture Laoma team Wama white balls against Ama white balls. And the winner between those two white balls will be playing against the blue balls. Ne? Right. Asi against Sisi. Right. This team is going to be playing Abarondoli, May 17. 10 a.m. Abarondoli are playing against the Eagles. The Eagles are playing against Abarondoli. 10 o'clock. And then this team at Pumala is Odala, the Klipfontein, May 17, 12 o'clock. QS Amachita would be playing against Klipfontein FC at 12 o'clock, May 17. And this team would be playing against One Lion. One Lion. Imbito will be playing against One Lion at 2 o'clock, May 17. The last and the final team that would be playing against the Cheesy. Mafikizolo. Register kanzima uthi yami. Hey. Register kanzima uthi yami yo. Asiyeke lapho. Right, bafethu. I-fixture yethu it's done now, ne? Right? Sorry bengicela simamelaneni ke. Every round it's a two-legged affair except for the final, ne? Every round it's a two-legged affair except for the final. Now what it means is that we're going to play first and second leg. First and second leg. First and second leg. Gaban? until sifike ku semi-final. And then when we're going to play the final, we are going to be playing one leg only. Right? That's one. Two, in the event of a tie, no extra time. Use that rule. So in Africa, we are the only one that is using that rule. So we need to just give ourselves a round of applause, guys, for that. That is only used by FA. So yithi kuphela sisebenzisayo. So that's how it draw to ingakhona bafethu, but you shouldn't be worried about the draw. We will be sending it through the social media, and then plus we'll send you the bracket and everything, guys. Go WhatsApp, but also we will be creating a group of all the teams as obakhona in terms of communication. But guys, please mawudliwe sicela ungaphumi ku group. You see ama teams afana nabo Rondoli, mayiqeda ukudliwa aba Rondoli yaphuma. Ubona nge-message abarondoli left the group. So guys, let us just be disciplined, ne? Siyekele lento le.
Quickly, the vote. Oh, amashele. Ubra Chris was ngamashele, Mr. Bex. I need to call you back here.
Okay. Ngifuna ukuwaveza la. No, ngifuna ukuwaveza ngoba yalandelana, yabona? Ngifuna ukuwaveza. Ublomba. Ngithi ngisakhuluma na dimani siwaveze kanti.
Bra Chris, uzwila ngithi. Okay, while we are busy with the prize money, I would also like to just take this time to thank our sponsors. As you can see behind me, we've got, can we give them a round of applause, guys? As I call them. Let's start with Super Sport because they're here. Gauteng Province, Ekurhuleni, Coca-Cola, and Tembisa Plaza. I would like to thank also my team and the committee that I work with. We work tired hours and we communicate until about 2 a.m. at times. Let's thank, firstly, I can't see him, but let's thank him, Mr. Phili Matebula, who is the owner. We'd like to thank Lerato Maboa, Mr. Begizondo. I'd like to thank myself. Yes, let's just wait for Mr. Beggs to get his presentation in terms of prize money. Let's give him
every round, it's a two-legged affair, except for the final, ne? Every round, it's a two-legged affair, except for the final. Now, what it means is that we're going to play first and second leg, first and second leg, first and second leg, Gavan, until Sifiagu semi-final. And then when we're going to play the final, we are going to be playing one leg only. Right? That's one. Two, in the event of a tie, no extra time. Use that rule. So in Africa, we are the only one that is using that rule. So we need to just give ourselves a round of applause, guys, for that. That is only used by FA. So yitik phela sisebenzisai. So that's how it draw to Inga corner, but you shouldn't be worried about the draw. We will be sending it through the social media, and then plus we'll send you the bracket and everything, guys. Go WhatsApp, but also we will be creating a group of all the teams as of corner in terms of communication. But guys, please, mawudliwe sicela ungaphumi ku group. You see ama teams afana nabo Rondoli. Mayicela ukudliwa aba Rondoli yaphuma. Ubona nge-message aba Rondoli left the group. So guys, let us just be disciplined, ne? Siyekele lento le.
Quickly, the vote. Oh, Amashele. Ubra Chris from was Amashele, Mr. Beggs. I need to call you back here.
Okay. Ngifuna ukuwaveza la. No, ngifuna ukuwaveza ngoba yalandelana, yabona? Ngifuna ukuwaveza. Ublomba. Ngithi ngisakhuluma na dimani siwaveze kanti.
Bra Chris, uzwela ngithi.
Siwaveza manje Chris.
Okay, while we are busy with the prize money, I would also like to just take this time to thank our sponsors. As you can see behind me, we've got, can we give them a round of applause, guys? As I call them. Let's start with Super Sport because they're here. Gauteng Province, Ekurhuleni, Coca-Cola, and Tembisa Plaza. I would like to thank also my team and the committee that I work with. We work tired hours and we communicate until about 2 a.m. at times. Let's thank, firstly, I can't see him, but let's thank him, Mr. Phili Matebula, who is the owner. We'd like to thank Lerato Maboa, Mr. Begi Zondo. I'd like to thank myself. Yes, let's just wait for Mr. Beggs to get his presentation in terms of prize money. Let's give him
These guys, they come to the wine.
How was it, Prazo?
I'm good and how are you?
Chef.
I'm not handsome.
You're very handsome. I have a fit to all. Cool leg. Yeah, fit.
Look at this bottle.
One line. Guys, in one line is the same team. As they change amagama.
Sure, change. And full with camera.
Because it happens I vote. So is the original on the 12th of which? The cheese. I'm not going to wait my cheese now. Right. But for it's just here, my teams that are stream A, which is two sets. The first set is the blue ones, and then the other set is the white one. Give you anything. Right, we're going to keep anyone here. Right, guys, this is the picture May 16, May 17, May 16, brother, Emma 7. Who's true? Who's true? It's an easy game. The next day, she music, the two